Hello, family. Are we seeing division or are we discerning the times in our nation? You're seeing many things happening just from the beginning of the year. We've seen several plane crashes and many casualties that are happening. We're seeing mass deportation of illegal immigrants that were in our country. We're seeing the shakeup in the government office with the DEI hires. And we're seeing the corruption of being exposed of where our American tax dollars have been spent. We're seeing them being spent to frivolous programs. We're seeing them spent to other countries with their programs. But we have homeless veterans. We have homeless people. We have people that are unemployed. We have companies in America that have went out of business. We have seen fires that's happened in California, which I'm from California and we're used to fires. But this one, I have to say, it was intentional, maybe. And what about the people that are in North Carolina, Florida, with the hurricane that happened? There's devastations everywhere in the United States, but who should be discerning those times? I would say the Christians or the believers or the prophet or the prophetess. Everyone wants to have a title now. Everyone wants to be on the bandwagon that they predicted what was happening. But did they? The word of Yahuwah is so clear. When you read it and you really deep dive in it and study and meditate it, it shows you what's happening day by day, minute by minute, second by second. So what is discerning the times? It is the ability to understand the signs of the times and make good judgments. The Bible also includes the understanding of Yahuwah's timing and the cycle of nature, of what's happening. Yahushua talked about in Matthew, he's talking to the Pharisees and the Sadducees. He says, you know how to interpret the appearance of the sky, but you cannot interpret the signs of the times. And Paul says in Romans 13:11-14, he says, people should know the times and to wake up and from their sleep, because salvation is closer than when they first believed. Nobody wants to talk about salvation. Nobody wants to talk about repentance. Other videos will go viral when they're doing jokes and they're gossiping about celebrity gossip. But when someone's trying to tell you about what's happening really in the world and what the Bible is saying, you get maybe 500 views and 3 likes. Nobody wants to like what you say. They just want to monitor your page. In Ecclesiastes 3, verse 1-8, it says, there is a season for everything, including birth, death, planting, and more. And also in 1 John 4:1, it says, test spirits to see if they're from Yahuwah. So we have all these people that are saying many things are going to happen. I saw a young man just the other day on TikTok saying that California was going to be destroyed, Chicago was going to be destroyed, New York was going to be destroyed, the Statue of Liberty was going to fall down pretty soon between the time of 12 and 1 a.m. But the people still are not repenting. The people are still not turning from their wicked ways. The people are not saying anything. They don't want to change. They still want to do these trends on TikTok and on Facebook. They still want to listen to celebrity gossip, watch the Grammys, the Globe, of people that don't even care nothing about them. They support people that are doing nonsense. And they're not heeding to the call of repentance and salvation. And it bothers me because there's so many people that are struggling. There are so many people that are in depression, anxiety, strongholds, soul ties. I saw a video of a mother with a little girl that told her that she's seeing things in her house, in the room, and he's standing right there watching them. And the mother's like, huh? What? I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing. And she's like, yeah, look, it's in the corner. She said, I don't see nothing. Just go to bed, and walks out. No prayer, no casting out, no demons, because we know it was a demon. And then she goes to her husband, and her husband comes in and says, oh, I don't see nothing. And then at the end of the video, she says, oh, I'm a prayer warrior. I'm a prayer warrior, and I know when things is not right. But your daughter is telling you there's something in the room. And the daughter is telling you when she goes downstairs, it's following her and her little sister. But you didn't cast that demon out your house. But you discerning the times, and you're a prayer warrior. In Proverbs 15:14, it says, the discerning heart seeks knowledge, but the mouth of a fool feeds on folly. In James 1, verse 5, it says, if any of you lack wisdom, you should ask Yahuwah, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and will be given to you. So the word says you should be discerning the times. In 2 Corinthians 6:2, it says, for he says, in an acceptable time I have heard you, and in the day of salvation I have helped you. Behold, now is the accepted time. Behold, now is the day of salvation. So my call out to you is, it's time for salvation. It's time for repentance. It's time for you to turn from your wicked ways. The pastors are not preaching about it. At least some of them aren't. The Christians aren't preaching about it because they can't discern the times. They're so caught up in calling the man that's our president Orange Man and fighting against everything that he's trying to do for them as American citizens. We had a president that did do anything for us in the last 4 years. And we got a president that just came in on the 20th of January and is already running and writing executive orders and doing things and trying to clean up so you can have more money in your pocket that helps you pay your mortgage, that helps you pay your rent, that helps you start your own business, helps you with housing. He's cleaning house. Why should a person be on Section 8 20 years? Why should a person be on HUD 20 years? Why should a person be on welfare 20 years? Why is it generation after generation? Nobody wants to talk about the real truth on why United States has become so wicked. We let other gods come into this country and people are worshiping other gods. They don't say anything about abortion, unaliving children. They don't say anything about the fentanyl that is killing people, our children, our husband, our wives. The addiction of painkillers, because they want to give you a medicine for everything that's wrong with you. They don't want to deal with mental health issues. They just rather see you sick in the hospital and medicate you, put our parents in a nursing home and forget about them. And nobody's angry about this. Nobody's mad. And then on top of it, you got people that are here illegally or people that are here on visitor's visa or even student visas that's waving their country's flag and saying, give me the same rights as the United States, but you're not going to your own country trying to fix it and wave your own flags in your own country. But nobody's talking about that. Discern the times.